Welcome to another morning shoot. Today we're visiting what has quickly become my absolute favorite place in the whole of Dalsland, which are called Husdalsbergen. Extremely beautiful. Looks to be very cloudy this morning, so probably no chance of a good sunrise, but hopefully we can get something anyway. A little bit of rain is coming in. I did not plan for that. Actually, the clouds are supposed to move towards the east, and it's supposed to be a clear blue sky going into this morning. It doesn't look like that is true. You might be noticing that the footage is looking a little bit different now. And that is because I've changed my vlogging camera. If you've been paying attention, you know that I destroyed my past vlogging camera. The one that I used in the past was the Panasonic G80, and I slipped on ice and managed to destroy the microphone jack, so I can't really use that in a good way anymore. So I decided to buy something new, and I decided to change a lot of things. So I changed not only the camera, I changed the whole system. I went from Panasonic Micro Four Thirds over to Nikon on the vlogging camera as well, and it is the new Nikon Z50. So a small, compact camera which seems to have very good capabilities for what I'm going to use it for. So it's going to be interesting testing it out over the next couple of weeks and see how it holds up. It's the first time that I can shoot with continuous autofocus in video, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that works. And also I don't have the flippy screen. It's also going to be interesting to see how I cope with that, and if I really find that to be a problem. Personally, I don't think I'm gonna miss it all that much. I think you are going to enjoy it more because I'm going to be better at looking down the lens instead of looking kind of towards the side. I'm still going to be doing my usual looking around because that's the way I am. I like to look around. This kind of turns into a little bit of a weather sealing test of this camera as well. It's supposed to be weather sealed, but not as good as the Z6 and the Z7. Yeah. So that is interesting. From my understanding of it is basically the top part of the camera is properly weather sealed, the bottom part is not, so basically keep the camera upright when it's raining. Don't let it rain on the battery compartment, especially since that one does not have a gasket or anything, so that seems to be the main idea. Yeah, but other than that, we don't really have the light that I was hoping for, but it is a very beautiful forest here. As you can see behind me, a lot of old trees, a lot of closer to the edge here on the ridge we're on. There are very gnarly, twisty trees. Yeah, I'm sure we can find something. I just need to get the spark of inspiration first, so yeah, let's walk onward. So I did manage to find a composition behind me here, framing the scene between two trees, kind of going to a little bit to the side, and then we have a nice lake and just tons of atmosphere in the background. Really interesting. The only difficult part was, or is that there is a bit of wind, so the trees are moving a little bit. What I did was focused, there are two trees, so I focused upon one of the trees, lowered the aperture and increased the ISO and captured one of those for each tree, so I have sharp branches and sharp needles for each of the trees, and then I can just focus on getting a nice looking image for the background and the rest of the image. I'm zoomed out to around 80 millimeters. So I have to use a big, or a closed down aperture, a big aperture number. I'm shooting it at f/16, and that gives me enough depth of field for the whole image, since I'm standing quite a bit away from the first part of the foreground here. Man, interesting image. You really, when there are conditions like this, you have to work with the conditions and not frame the image the way that it would have worked for, say, a grand sunrise or a sunset. But now it's more about using the atmosphere that we have and really adapting to the conditions. I guess that is where I'm trying to come to. Yeah, just tons of atmosphere out here. That's one image in the bag. I'm gonna continue trying to find more compositions here. The atmosphere that is rolling through the landscape is well, basically extremely low clouds with lots of water in them. So that is the rain that I've been feeling and getting on me. It's basically that atmosphere, very low clouds or mist just rolling through with little water droplets in them. So it isn't really proper rain, it's just mist with lots of water in it. But if I find a nice woodland scene, I could easily use that atmosphere in my advantage. But first I need to find the composition in that case. Well, as you can see behind me, the sky is clearing up, and with that the wind is picking up. What I'm gonna do now is actually first to just eat a little bit and drink a little bit of coffee. I need a little bit of an energy break, and I hiked basically all the way, well, I basically hiked as long in as I'm going to hike today. So I'm just gonna have to, or I'm just gonna start to backtrack as soon as I've gotten some more energy in me, and perhaps you can find something within the forest. I do like a little bit more of a directional light inside the forest, so hopefully we can find something on the way back. Yeah, first coffee break. I think I just found out the battery limit on the Z50, and well, surprisingly good actually, considering it's a small battery. But the issue is that as of right now I'm not able to buy a spare battery since it's not available in store. It should be coming in on Monday, so in like 2 days, and I'm gonna have to order a couple of batteries at once. But yeah, since I don't have any battery left on this one, I guess we're gonna have to kind of cut it right there, so I'm sorry about that. But if you've enjoyed this video, then leave a like. If you have any questions, write a comment. If you want to see more, subscribe, and well, I'll see you all soon again. Goodbye.